Hare Krishna. Question from Prathamesh Prabhu. When we say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us Achintya Bheda Bhed, so is it a harmonization of Advaita and Dvaita, or does it fall in the Dvaita category? In your Ishopanishad course, in your diagram, you have classified Achintya Bheda Bhed as in the Dvaita category. Answer: the Achintya Bheda Bhed harmonizes both Dvaita and Advaita. At the same time, it does not accept the Advaitic idea of oneness. Rather, it accepts the understanding, so it reflects the scriptural understanding that that the living entity and the soul and God are two living beings, two distinct living beings. In that sense, it falls in the Dvaita category. So now, here, the essential debate between Advaita and Dvaita was based on the nature of the absolute truth and the relationship of the absolute truth with its various manifestations. So now the Advaitic doctrine said that there is only one spiritual absolute truth and everything else is illusion. Now the Dvaita says that actually there is Bheda. Madhacharya talked about Pancham Bheda. There are 5 kinds of differences. There is difference between, if we have Jad, Jangam, Jagdish, a matter, Jad, we have Jagat, Jeev and Jagdish. Jagat is matter, universe, Jeev is the soul, and Jagdish is the Lord. So if you have all these 3, then he says that there is a difference between Jagdish and Jagat. There is a difference between Jagdish and Jiva. There is a difference between one Jiva and another Jiva. There is a difference between Jiva and Jagat. And within the Jagat also there is difference between different things. So in this way he focused on difference, and that's why there is Dvaita. Now, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that yes, there is a difference between the absolute truth and matter and spirit. Yes, these 3 categories are definitely there. But at the same time, there is not an absolute difference. There is also oneness in the sense that they are energies of the absolute truth. So they are linked because the energy comes from the energetic and the energy is intimately linked with the energetic. So Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta Kshetrajñakhya Tatha Para. So the famous Pushni Puran verse which says that Vishnu Shakti, there are Para, there is a spiritual energy, Kshetrajñakhya, there is a Kshetrajñakhya Tatha Para, and there is the inferior energy. There is the Kshetrajña in the soul, so there is the spiritual energy, there is the soul, the spiritual energy, the material energy, and there is the marginal energy, and there is the material energy. So the connection between the absolute truth, between Brahman and the creation and the rest of all existence, is in the form of an energy and energetic. And it is this, in this Prabhupada talks about in the synthetic sense, everything is one because the energy and energetic are one. But in the analytic sense, there is difference. So now it is this difference that is central for bhakti. Now, without the difference between the soul and the Lord, without there being 2 distinct individuals, there is no question of love. So that's why from the overall philosophical point of view, whereas Dvaita focuses on difference and Advaita focuses on oneness, and Achintya Bheda Bhed acknowledges Dvaita in the sense that there is a difference between the energy and the energetic. But at the same time, as Prabhupada said, in the analysis there is difference, but in the synthesis, the energy and energetic are one, just like fire and its heat and light are one, just like sun and its sunlight are one. So, in that sense, the energy and energetic are both one and different. But when the oneness is highlighted, then bhakti gets denied entirely. So, because bhakti is the very essential nature of the soul, and to emphasize bhakti, which is not possible with Advaita. So often our acharyas class ourselves with the Dvaitavadis. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu officially took initiation from Madhva Sampradaya, and further Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also took sannyas initiation from the Advaita Sampradaya. So there also, his spiritual master was from the Advaita Sampradaya. So in that sense, there is also synthesis over there between Dvaita and Advaita. But if you look at at the centrality of our philosophy, while it reconciles Dvaita and Advaita, but still its emphasis is on bhakti. And bhakti requires the duality between the soul and God, and that's why Achintya Bheda Bhed is never classified with Advaita. It is classified in the Dvaita category. But rather than seeing it as one of this or this, we see it as a higher reconciliation where it integrates the strengths of both. So just like in Kantian dialogue, there is thesis, there is antithesis, and there is synthesis. So we could say Advaita is the thesis, Dvaita is the antithesis, and Achintya Bheda Bhed is the synthesis, taking the good points of both and minimizing the negativity and removing the negativity of both. So negativity of Advaitavad is that there is no room for relationship, there is no room for bhakti in it. The negativity of Dvaitavad is that there is a permanent barrier created between the absolute truth and the rest of existence, and that's why there is the possibility of intimate bhakti is not there, because the focus is too much on the greatness of God and the distance of Jiva from Jagadish. Whereas when we have the synthesis understanding that is given by Achintya Bheda Bhed, then there is an integration of it all. Thank you. Hare Krishna.